Can Disney make you feel like you're in New Orleans?
Princess DeBerry here, and today we're at Riverside, Port Orleans, not French Quarter like we would normally go.
It's true.
Riverside, because it's time to return to the boat.
It's been a very long time since we've been to Boatwright, not
Yes.
since they changed their menu, so we are here to try and go back to NOLA since we can't go in person.
I mean, we could go. Maybe we should go. But as your number one choice of food and infotainment, if there's food to find, we're going to find it. Remember, she's vegan, I'm not. Let's go eat on the boat.
Be sure to have a magical day.
You heard the girl.
Instead of doing my normal pineapple mule concoction, I just ordered a lime mule with Uncle Nearest. It's basically the same thing. I feel like it's the same as the Sebastian's Bistro. It's just a little heavy on the ginger beer. I'd give it like a 2.75 out of 5. Mules, it's not mulicious.
The Kentucky Mule, of all the mules the Princess ordered, I think the Kentucky Mule is probably her favorite, mainly because she's a whiskey lover like I am. She likes the whiskey, she likes the bourbons. One thing with the reason I can't get behind mules is I think mainly it's ginger beer. If you've been here for a while, you see the face I make when I drink ginger beer. It needs a juice or some other mixer other than lime juice because the ginger beer is just too strong. I feel like it overpowers everything. If there's like a cranberry or a boysenberry or something other than just lime juice. I remember one time in Florida, Universal Orlando actually, there used to be Nickelodeon Studios, where the big thing was getting slimed. That's what my insides feel like when I drink ginger beer. 2.5 out of 5 points. It's for somebody, it's just not for me. So here we have the walk the plank. Now this used to be, way back in the day, before a lot of these places redid their drink menus, this used to be my smoked turkey runner-up. Since then, so many other beverages have eclipsed this drink that I was curious. Like, I haven't had it in a while. I wonder if it's still as I remember. Maker's Mark, lemon juice, some fruit, the float. The lemon juice. I don't know why I did that to myself. It's not as good as I remember. Not at all. I feel like I just got slapped in the face with a cloth-filled lemon pledge. 3 out of 5 plus.
Here we are, vegan, gluten-free cornbread. Unfortunately, no earth balance, which is sad. And there's like little holes, which would be perfect for some earth balance and some agave syrup. At least it's warm. I really like that. I definitely think that it's less cakey than the Whispering Canyon cornbread, and I think it's because it's in the small pieces instead of the big slice like the other. I actually am surprised at how much I like it. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 cornbreads. I don't want to share this cornbread.
I'm going to let the princess conserve her ration of cornbread. I'm going to take this last little corn in here. I like the little addition. It's a nice touch. I like they're like little muffin shape. There is no, in my mind at least, superior shape of cornbread. The muffins, squares, triangles, loaves. As long as it's good cornbread, I do not care. And it's nice, it's warm. I actually like the density in this case. Well seasoned ground. I mean, that's you get the issue where it's either gonna be like too cakey or gritty. It strikes a nice balance. I kind of like it. 3.5 out of 5 plus. Well, here we have the traditional Boatwright's cornbread. You get a loaf. You know, I bring out a couple of pieces of cornbread like Whispering Canyon, and I'm not knocking Whispering Canyon because I love their presentation of cornbread, just a basket of bread. Here you get a loaf and a very large knife, and then Mickey of their whipped honey butter. Go ahead and cut off a slice. See, if I was a real bear, I would just eat this whole block. I wouldn't even need a knife. But I'm trying to act as if I have some decor. A little bit of the whipped honey butter, not too much. I like the crispness of the crust. Very crusty. The inside is a little bit more dry to the point where you almost need the honey butter. I think, unoffensively now, Whispering Canyon makes the better cornbread on property. This is like Whispering Canyon. Actually, take it back. House of Blues, Whispering Canyon, Boatwright to be like somewhere below that. I don't know if I want to say it's number 3, but somewhere below those two. I'd give this 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's cornbread. It's not awful. I just had better.
So here we have a salad. It is much bigger than I remember. I got it because of the crispy black-eyed peas, which there's a lot less than what I remember. But I hope it tosses my salad. Cheers. It does toss my salad. It's nice, it's crispy, it's fresh. I love the dressing. It's very like citrusy and vibrant. I would give it a 3.75 out of 5 salads. It's not one to remember, but it's a tasty one.
We like a good salad as an appetizer, and something unique to Boatwright's is, the addition of the crispy black-eyed peas. How those will fare in a salad, I have no idea, but I'm excited to find out. It's normal lettuce, it is watermelon, radishes, the tomatoes. Can I get a crispy? The crispy's gonna fight me? I got one. There is a nice light avocado spread around the edge of the salad too. You kind of can't see it because it's like covered up mostly, but it's there. That with the crispy black-eyed peas is nice. It could do with more of them. They're very small to begin with, and they're hard to pick up. There's more in them and more evenly distributed, and that crunch is key to the character of the salad. I think it's an okay salad. I don't know if I would order it on its own, but I don't hate that it's here. 3 out of 5 points.
Dirty beans and rice with some Beyond crumbles. And then more of the cornbread, which I'm not mad at getting more cornbread. But you can always ask for more cornbread, which I definitely will be doing. I feel like last time we came here, this was too spicy for me. Like it was high on the heat scale. Now I want to say it's like super toned down, like maybe a 1.5 or maybe a 2 out of 10 on the heat scale. Very for all palates. I should have brought some. I thought about bringing my own hot sauce, and I was like, nah, it'll be fine. I should have brought my own hot sauce. Bear's not even going to feel the heat on this. I already know. I think it's tasty if you are maybe trying New Orleans food for the first time, or maybe you've never had Beyond before. This is a good entry dish, but if you are very senior to New Orleans food, or not into alt meats, or want something just a little bit more, this might not be the dish for you. I would give it a 2.75 out of 5 dirty beans and rice. It serves a purpose. I think if you mix it together, it might be a little bit better, but I don't like doing that with my food, so I'm not going to do that.
Here we have the dirty rice. It's sort of dirty rice bean gumbo, little green onions on top. I don't know how I feel about the rice to bean ratio, but we're here. I'm going to do a little mix right here. It's not to defile the princess's food. Give it a full flavor bite. The joy of having 2 of us in this channel is that we don't have to agree on everything. Whereas the princess would call this starter New Orleans food. New Orleans, for those of you who have been around there long, is one of our favorite new vacation spots. If you go back far enough, we actually have a whole series of us going around New Orleans, eating food. If you want to experience New Orleans food, go to New Orleans. Just don't come here. New Orleans is not that far. It probably costs you less than a Disney trip to go there than to come here with better food. This tastes like New Orleans you got New Orleans out of a box. We have way too many people that we know live in New Orleans. We love that place too much for me to misrepresent the quality of their food by calling them Boatwrights. Representative enough of that. This food isn't bad, but it's not giving me enough. It's rice, seasoned beans, lacking the spice. The flavors, they haven't been haunted enough, if that means anything. You won't be mad at the dish if you've never had New Orleans food, or you're trying to experience New Orleans. This is not the bowl for you. I would give it 2.75 out of 5. We, like with all things, are going to start with the chicken, because what came first, chicken or the egg? It doesn't matter. We got chicken. All the rest of the questions are irrelevant. Now, it's a crispy Cajun chicken. Looks crispy, looks Cajun. It's basically a Cajun chicken candy. The breading is meh. The seasoning's okay. Cajun is more like seasoned fried than Cajun. Chicken can use a bit more seasoning. It's kind of plain. It's 2.5 out of 5 claws. It's Cajun light, but you are not going to remember it. Here we have the andouille sausage. You can't have New Orleans or Cajun food without a very good sausage. It's a decent sized chunk. I probably should have cut that up, but it's already on my fork. We're just going to take a bite out of it as a bare wood. That is much better sausage than I'm expecting. Thick, well seasoned, got that kick to it. That's good sausage. I would give that 3.75 out of 5 claws. Here we have the barbecue beef brisket. I thought it was going to be like pulled, but it's more like a shaved, very thin brisket. Nothing wrong with that. Got some sauce already on it. You don't get any additional sauce. The pre-sauce brisket. I'm glad it has the sauce, because honestly it's not giving much else. It's like a rubbery, I wouldn't say rubbery, because it's just like squiggly down the throat. It's not the best brisket. It needs more seasoning and less sauce. It's like one of those briskets you get where like they're trying to cover up the lack of like a well-seasoned, well-cooked brisket with the sauce. That's about where it lands. We've been to other barbecue places on property that do brisket much better. I'm not even a brisket lover, but I feel like most brisket lovers would not like that. 2.5 out of 5 points. We have the staple creamy mashed potatoes. They're red potatoes, skin on. So there's a little bit of skin in there if you don't like the skin in your potatoes. You might want to skip this. Very buttery, very creamy. A little on the salty side. Not inoffensively salty, but of the salt. Honestly, they're not bad. They are very buttery. If you like that salt in me, be careful. I am going to take a magic pill. Don't worry, I'm not going to use it. Probably won't have too much more of this to begin with. I like mashed potatoes, but I don't feel like it's like 50% potatoes, 40% butter. That's how buttery they are. And buttery, there are other ways to get your creamy out of it. Yes, I should say. 3.25 out of 5 claws. Well, here we have the cheesy mac and cheese. Now the worst part are being lactose intolerant is that I haven't always been lactose intolerant. So I remember how delicious cheese and ice cream are to be denied those. And yes, I do have vegan substitutes, same with Princess. I still get to have some of that joy. But there's nothing about like a homemade, like natural mac and cheese. Just looking at this, it's made with care. None of that like Kraft style mac and cheese. This is mac and cheese. Shells, cheese is nice and creamy. It's giving me like garden grill mac and cheese, and that's like the top tier of the mac and cheese. Now it's no hoopty mac and cheese. Hoopty mac and cheese is by far the king of mac and cheeses on this one property, but it's good. If I could eat it, I would eat it all. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 pieces. This is corn. Nice smoked grilled char. You got the Parmesan on there. It looks like a little bit of garlic salt maybe. It's got one of the mac and cheese as a passenger. I don't want to kill myself here. Not only is it sprinkled in Parmesan, there's like a little garlic salt on there. Like a garlic Parmesan grilled corn on the top. That's corn. This is Disney World tier corn. Is this plate worth getting for the corn? No. But maybe your service is nice. You could ask them for a side of corn. I'm sure they'd give it to you. They'd charge you for it. They'd give it to you. That's good corn. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Green beans, the less than magical fruit. Green beans is one of the few vegetables I am not in love with. We are not friends. We don't hang out in the same crowds. We don't send each other Christmas cards. Too chewy, unseasoned. Blah. Kids, eat your vegetables. But if you don't like green beans, tell them that Bear said it was okay. 2 out of 5. Next up we have ribs. I keep gambling in ribs at Walt Disney World. We have had some horrible failures, but we've also had some really good ones. These look nice and charred. They got a little bit of sauce, not overly sauce. Looks like they got faith in their rib. Let's see if I'm gonna have faith in them after I take this bite. That's good pork rib. Well seasoned, juicy. The sauce is just like the garnish on top. You don't need much of sauce. It falls right off the bone, well cooked. Honestly, no complaints. It's not the polite pig of ribs. It's not the roundup rodeo of ribs, but they're better than anything that ABC Commissary would ever sell you, and they wouldn't even hang out at the same party. I mean, 3 out of 5 claws. This is a decent plate if you're sort of like a I don't know what I want kind of meal, but if you're looking for like a New Orleans Bayou specialty sort of plate, this ain't it straight. 3.5 out of 5 claws for the whole plate. Boatwright is all right.
It's okay.
I want better New Orleans representation somewhere in this resort. Tiana,
It needs to light up my life.
Bayou Adventure opens soon, and we need better than Boatwrights. I'm not disparaging Boatwrights, at least openly. But Frontierland, there's this restaurant there that I'm not in love with called Pegosville that could easily just disappear overnight and become something else.
And bring beignets to Magic Kingdom.
To the park. Even if you only give me beignets, I'd probably shut up. Put it in a little wagon wheel thing at the Golden Post Outpost.
I want bread bowl, sourdough bread bowl gumbo. I really want that.
Bread bowls, beignets. Give the princess what she asked for. But that's your number one choice in foodie infotainment. What do you guys think of Boatwrights? I feel like Boatwrights always has reservations available, so if maybe we got something wrong, or maybe you guys agree, let us know in the comments. As always, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, that's always a new place to find us. Hit the notification bell to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video, and if you don't comment, Bear might become Raymond.
Hey, hey, hey. That's my replacement. But you heard the girl.